So this project is an outside project. Back when we put our hot tub in, I put wood around it, and I have L brackets holding the corners together. And I just used a regular, well, I used redwood pieces for all of it, but they weren't the old growth, they were just what Home Depot had. So, as you can see, there's decay has occurred, because I didn't get any treated stuff. And this side especially ends up sitting in water because all the water so the hot tub is sitting on a bed of gravel on top of the patio. And water would accumulate and run down through the yard under this, soak this, and then come out and go into the drain. Well, that means this gets lots of water, and it's also right next to a bed of dirt, so the dirt would get up next to it, and anyway, it rotted all out. So this project is going to be, I got a treated 4x4, and I burned the end of it such that, because that's the end I had to cut. So I just took the torch and toasted that nice and black, and then hopefully that will hold up better than just an untreated section. But yeah, I'm gonna take the screws out. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't remember which kind of, this is a while ago, so I don't remember the screws, but I got special screws to put back in that hopefully won't corrode in the treated lumber. And yeah, I'll just hope this will go. So first, I got boards to shove down in there and scoot the gravel away so that the gravel all gets out of the way so it's not a problem. And then I can take the screws out and then try and put the screws back in. So, fun. That's not much of a 4x4 anymore. That's more like a 1x2. Not to mention the rest of it. So yeah, we lost about 3/4 of it. Down to there, so. Yep. So, it's out. The L brackets pretty much survived, so I think I should be able to reuse those for now. I'm just going to use new screws. Yeah, so next is dig it out and see if I can get the new one put in. And it's all done. That actually worked easier than I was hoping. Probably because I could reuse the holes in these side pieces, so that helped align the angle bracket, and then the other screws just went right in because they're self-drilling. Yeah, that's should be good. It's now a solid 4x4 instead of a 1x2. It's down back on the cement again. I'm probably going to get those edge pavers like this and put those down along to help keep the dirt in the flower bed. Not that we use this a whole much as a flower bed with the California water mess, but it's, you know, better to keep the dirt on this side than scooting under, because there was quite a bit of dirt that had worked its way under the 4x4. Yeah, it's all reattached again. So that is good. And I just have to get rid of all this stuff. So yeah, that metal thing was what I had attached. It's one of the Simpson Strong Ties corner brackets. I had that on the 4x4 to go underneath the gravel to help hold it down, but I think it's at this point going to be held down fine, so I'm not going to put that back on. So I just got to get rid of this stuff and other cool things in the yard, assuming it comes out on camera. This whole thing is what happens when you plant a radish that was squishy and going soft. You can kind of see the bulb down there from it, but it's the size of my finger. So these are like 1/2-inch stems, and it tears because the stuff's huge, but that's kind of cool. I mean, here you can see my finger next to the stem. So yeah, that's a very large, and that stem actually comes up, down, around, and back up. And there's another giant one down there. But it has cool flowers. We're not really going to eat it, but it has cool flowers. So, fun science experiment. And since I decided I might as well tweak the yard some. 15 years ago, I also put these in. They're just redwood pieces in between the cement, and you can see it's sunk about as much. This is how high they were originally, and that has just sunk over time because the bottom is getting eaten away. So since I got some pieces of redwood 2x2 at Home Depot today, I figure I'll replace this section. That looks much better. And it'll degrade and I'll have to replace it again, but yeah, well, for now it looks nicer, and it's up higher, so when you step, there's not a sudden tilt that might cause you to twist your ankle like over here. Here there's enough tilt that if you step wrong, that's going to not be a good time. So I still have to fix this section, but it's better. This one I think was a 12-foot piece, and I don't even remember how I got that one home. I may have had to put the blazer window open to get that one home. Because I know I can fit 8 feet, but I don't know. That's definitely more than 8. I think that's 12. Maybe 16. I'm not sure. I'll have to measure it before I replace it. But in any case, this was easy to replace with 6-foot pieces. So there's a 6-foot piece from there to there. And these other 3 I had to cut down slightly. But yeah, it looks nicer. So, oh, and there's the Myers. Since we're doing yard stuff, there's the Myers lemon tree that we have. And we've got some various herbs and things. And flowers, and I think this is pineapple mint. And there's a California poppy and calla lilies, and I'm not sure what these pink flowers are, but they're nice. They came up and they just do flowering for months. And since I did some of the yard, I might as well do the rest of the yard. We also have a giant star jasmine that has really large stems. We have a Macintosh apple tree, and we have a large bougainvillea. These 3, the bougainvillea, the apple tree, and the jasmine, as well as some of these other plants, were here when we got here. So these are probably 40 to 50 years old based on the size of the stems and such. That has stems the size of my thumb. This thing has, 2-inch down at the bottom. And so yeah, that's the fun bits in the yard.